You the next. It's lights, camera, action on HBCU campuses across the country. From school days, she's gotta have it. Think like a man to Selma. We're looking for the next. Spike Lee, Samuel Jackson, Will Packard, Debbie Allen, Lance Gross, Common, Oprah Winfrey, Oscar Award winner designer Ruth Carter to Broadway sensation Miles Strauss. It's the 2023 HBCU First Look Film Festival and Challenge, a celebration of black filmmakers rooted in the HBCU culture. Film submissions open March 23rd and end July 30th. Categories include features, shorts, mobile, animation, documentary, family and faith, and health and wellness. It's 7 film categories with 7 finalists at the HBCU First Look Festival on Howard University's campus in October 2023. Hear from HBCU grads who are leaders in the film and entertainment industries for one-on-one, panels, and talkbacks. HBCU First Look Film Festival is made possible by these proud sponsors. It's the HBCU First Look Film Festival. For more information, check out hbcufirstlook.com on how you can be the next.
Hello and welcome to. I'm your host, Phil Thompson. Hey, look, we got the COO.
I really don't want to laugh. I really don't want to
Co-host
laugh.
of Sports Talk, Mr. Vance Bradford, and the number one guy hosting the Two Dogs. Sports Talk also Oklahoma, Mr. Jeremiah Watts, and the comedian extraordinaire, Mr. Marc Howard.
Stop, Jeremiah. I don't want to laugh.
If we can stop laughing long enough to get this first question out. The
Come on.
NBA draft Thursday. It's coming. Vance, the number one pick. Victor Wembanyama. Vance, the San Antonio Spurs have the chance to get a life-changing guy. What are your thoughts about what's going to be his impact on the Spurs this first year? Give me a good stat line for him.
He's gonna be your neighbor.
Well, look here. I mean, I'm glad the people in San Antonio are excited, but it's going. I think it's going to take some time. First of all, stats, man. I don't know, man, because I think he's going. It's going to be a tough rookie year. He probably averaged double figures in points, maybe 5 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Who said that stats?
That's what he asked, Jeremiah. You want something? Is you on some helium?
Jeremiah Watts.
Jeremiah, you on some helium?
Jeremiah Watts. How do you feel about Vance's stats of 2 assists, 5 rebounds, possibly 10 points a game under Popovich's system?
Oh God. Hey man,
You didn't ask that, Phil? My bad.
Hey man.
I thought you asked that, Phil.
No, he said what impact he gonna have this year with the Spurs.
And what else you say, Phil?
I asked you about a stat line for him.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm asking Jeremiah, what does he think about? What does he think about the stat line that you gave?
Yeah, but no,
it's going to be a lot better than what Vance said. But Popovich will have a thumb on him. But it's going to be a whole lot better than what Vance said.
give us that. What's a whole lot better?
Because San Antonio don't have anything, and so he's going to be the main cog with San Antonio right now. I think he'll improve their record by at least 10 to 15 games this year. And he probably averaged 20 points, probably 7 to 10 rebounds a game, and that's probably where you're gonna look at right around Duncan. Duncan He didn't come in until later on, and he got more implemented to Popovich's system, and they got better players.
Okay, that sounds great. Mark, you hear so much about San Antonio's rabid fan base. I mean, they're just standing on their feet all day long. Well, Mark, they were 25th in attendance. Surely you aren't going to say they're front runners.
Of course, they're front runners. All fans are front runners. They won't come out unless you win it. They're not going to spend the money unless
That's a lie.
unless they're coming to see another team. Not
Cowboy
NBA
fans
game. Not
come
NBA.
out all the time.
You know what? I'm glad Vance said that, because when he answered your question or made the attempt to answer the question, I realized you confirmed. You don't even know what sport we're talking about, do you?
Yeah.
We're talking basketball. Football is
Fellas.
different than basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, when we talking about winning games,
Mark.
coming out for winners, fans come out for winners.
That's
Mark,
not what he asked.
Your fan favorite, you are of the Washington Wizards. They just got rid of your number one player in a trade. How you feel about it?
You know, I won't say they got rid of him. I'm going to say that they made a move to say we're going to clean house and we're going to start from scratch. We're going to go to the bottom and start up, you know. I think Bradley Beal has been loyal. At least he's been loyal to them contracts, knowing he's going to get that big money staying home. But he stayed where he was. He hasn't squawked to be out. He wasn't a bad guy. I'm glad he was with us. He's not a superstar player. He's a star player. Wasn't enough help for him. And, you know, I appreciate him. And I hope that he can do some things and have some success while we rebuild, man. His allegiance has been to D.C., so I ain't mad at him.
Okay. Vance, how do you think he's going to fit with the Suns?
That's a basketball team, Vance.
I figured, man. I figured it was the house of the rising sun, Mark. But I think Bill will fit in well with them. I mean, I don't think that's the answer. I don't think he's the answer, but I think you fill in. I think you gotta see what's going to happen with Ayton, because he was a big part of the team. Why I feel they didn't really go advance, because he didn't fill that middle up right. So he's a problem. But yeah, Bill's a good player, but you know they still Phoenix is that ain't bringing them over the top. That ain't taking them to the championship.
Jeremiah, what's your thoughts on it? Given that CP3 has been moved on to the Wizards and probably going to get a buyout there.
I think I sort of I didn't really like it, but you can see it according to something that Marc had said earlier in the thread. So I think it's a good deal. They still got to get a bench, which with the players that they have, you're gonna have veterans that want to come play with them because of the squad. They have three really unselfish players that's willing to give up whatever they need to do to win. Frank Vogel as a new coach, he's gonna bring Ayton as like a Roy Hibbert, where he made Roy Hibbert an all-star by covering that middle. And so I think you're going to have a different look of Ayton this year, maybe Ayton of Arizona, because Ayton didn't do a whole lot last year. And so I think he's going to change up Ayton's scheme. And I think once they get a bench, Phoenix Suns are going to be nice.
I think they are too. Let's take a station break. And when we come back, we'll have our first round of the night with Mr. Jeremiah Watts. Just a doggone minute.
Afternoon, good night, whatever it is to you out there. Street Talk Podcast Show, D. Well. All right, good morning, boy. I got my friend in the house this morning, Coach Quita D in the house, y'all.
How are you, Mr. Webb?
Oh, I'm doing blessed. All right, go and introduce yourself. I already told you, Coach Quita D.
That's me. So I am Marquita, Coach Quita D. Dorsey, mental health advocate and coach. This is my second round, right, here on Street Talk Podcast with Mr. Vincent D. Webb. It's been an amazing connection since day one. Shout out to you for that shirt. We love being black.
All right, everybody. That's I'll be doggone if I can talk about Ja because he left himself open with some most stupid stuff that him and his entourage is doing and saying, but I'm not. I'm gonna talk about gambling in the NFL. The NFL brought out some rules and some standards that they are enforcing. Enforcement number one is don't bet on the NFL. I think that's sort of self-explanatory. If any of these idiots think they supposed to win big money, don't bet on NFL. You're risking your career. Then number two, don't gamble at your team facility while traveling for a road game or staying at a team hotel. I can't. That's rule number two. Rule number three, don't have someone bet for you. People, they are watching you all. Anything you do, they got FBI, they got everybody watching you on camera. Number four, don't share team inside information. Duh. Some of the stuff don't make sense. Don't enter a sports book during the NFL playing season. So that means basically they ain't supposed to go enter and bet on pretty much anything during the playing season. Last but not least, don't play daily fantasy football. Oh, that's crazy right there. They can't even play fantasy football in NFL. Boy, some of this stuff is so hypocritical. I think it's crazy. I understand why they're doing it because you want to make the game fair. You don't want to make it look like that there's any cheating going on. But when you having gambling a part of what you do, I think that you should be able to gamble as long as you're not using any kind of inside information, as long as you're not betting on your team. I think you should be able to gamble. Y'all got it part of your system, so why not? Hey, the owners are supposed to make money off gambling. The NFL supposed to make money off gambling. Why not? I don't get it. That's why I say that's my just a doggone minute. NFL, you can't be two-faced. I'm out.
Jeremiah, I can definitely agree with you on that. You're going to put a team in Vegas. You're going to join the whole sports betting league to do this and incorporate it into the NFL and then really penalize your players. It's an interesting thing. Well, since you mentioned that about Vance, Morant got a 25-game suspension. You had thought that he shouldn't get one at all. What's your thoughts on that 25-game suspension?
25 games too many, huh?
Well, I mean, hey, I said that he shouldn't have got suspended. Hey, and but he got 25 from the NFL. But they did take time.
NBA, not NFL.
NBA, okay, NBA. They did
Different
take time
sport,
though
same
to make
sport,
sure that some of those security devices or the security blanket that's around him to help him. I mean, he can still practice with the team. He just can't go to the games or something. So he still got those those players. He's around the players that he need to be around. Maybe they can keep him there. So, hey, 25 is cool with me. I'm good with it. But those other things they put in place really helped the situation. So my hats off to the NBA, to Silver and them.
Well, let's hope it helps the situation because it's still going to be on him to do it. Mark.
Definitely. Well, yeah, yes. But it's at least it's a favorable start to that opportunity. So.
But Mark, the Players Association director says, that's too unfair, too many games. Why are you doing this to Ja? What's your thoughts on the Players Association?
I was still confused by Vance's answer. I was like, anyway, all right, back. Woo!
So, okay, well, clear it up. Let's see some unconfusion right there.
I got a different answer on that. I think the NBA Players Association was looking out for their guy, and I'm not mad at them. They didn't put up much of a fight. I think it was posturing because they didn't appeal it. either I could look at it and say that they talked with John's people and they've decided, okay, we'll accept it and leave it on, not to drag it out any further with appeals, or they pretty much say, hey, look, we're going to do this. You're going to accept it. You can go say what you want to say against it publicly, but, secretly behind closed doors, the NFL Players Union is basically like our hands are tied and they're just going to let this go. So I think that's I think they both are together with this punishment, which is fine. I think that's fine. The punishment.
Thank you, Mark. Jeremiah, I'm going to switch this and ask you about Zion Williamson. Word is that there's a possibility that he'll be traded before draft night. You think that's a good move or not?
Yeah, I think he needs a new scenery. I think that him being in New Orleans, I think it's time for him to get out of New Orleans. Sometimes you just need a new place to be, and I think he's worn out his welcome at all the restaurants down there in New Orleans and all the beignets.
No, he has not. He's mainly rich.
So it's time for him to go somewhere else. But on a serious note, I just think it might be time for him to go somewhere else, and I think you'll see a different Zion. He really don't want to be there, even though it's coming out of his mouth that he do. We all know that's just PR speak.
Mark, I'm going to ask you because where it is, Zion really isn't communicating with the organization or the players, but there seems to be a facet that he is communicating with. Did you care to talk about Zion and what he might leave behind in New Orleans?
Can I say that for my rant that I was going to go into that?
Oh, okay. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll check it. Vance, can I throw that question to you? Because Mark wants to talk about something. I know you're going to be brief on it.
Okay, well, repeat the question. Because you was talking to Mark, and I wasn't even paying attention.
He wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
When you was talking to you, I wasn't even paying attention.
Vance. Okay, Vance. Who do you think is going to be the number 2 pick in the NBA draft?
Who got the number 2 pick?
The
Charlotte
Rockets.
Hornets.
I mean, excuse me, I'm sorry, it's the Hornets. And then Portland.
Oh, man, that's really hard to say, man, because, the only cats I really...
between Scoot Henderson and Brandon Miller.
No. Is that one of the twins?
No, that's
what I'm thinking. The twin guard, the one, I guess he's the third pick. I guess
he'll be top 5.
Yeah. That's who I go with. The leading guard, of the twins.
Okay.
So I take him. I don't know the name.
Okay. Well, Vance, why don't you give us another station break, and then we'll come back with Mark's rant.
With Mark's rant. All right. You tune in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. And we just showed you our new show that's coming up called Street Talk. So make sure y'all tune in to TAN TV. Mark, what you ranting about today, my brother?
How come he can say that right, though? That's what's killing me. You can say that right, but never mind. Anyway. Yeah, Zion. So Zion has gotten 2 women pregnant around the same time. It's not paternity court or Maury Povich. Looks like he is the father. Both of them happen to be porn stars. I don't know if they're stars because I don't know their names. Not that I watch a whole lot of porn. But one of them thought she was the only one he was messing with. This is different. And now she's she's mad and she's tweeting all these things out. And she says she got a sex video of them and said that he shouldn't be playing no basketball because of the sex video. I mean, there's nothing stipulating that a basketball player can't have sex. I mean, is the video of him having bad sex? I mean, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a video of him having sex with a porn star that he's not getting paid for, but you getting paid because you're gonna do all the child support stuff. or you gonna cry, man, make me see if he come back. You know, you thought it was you, and I just don't get today, man. These youngers today now, it's like you're trying to make a fuss. 'Cause I understand if you felt like you were the only one, and I'm not judging you for being a porn star. I'm really not. Well, yes, I am. But the thing is that this is you got caught up. I get if he hurt you if you thought you were the only person he lied, but I mean, you're a porn star. Is he the only one? I think I don't. This is new stuff, man. People don't understand when you're doing stuff. You play games like this, games get played on you as well. So grow up, folks. You know what I'm saying? Be good parents and raise these kids instead of you trying to slander the father of your child. How about you try to figure out how to co-parent for your child? All right, that's I'll bring it home with that because the rest of the silly stuff, y'all need to keep that amongst yourselves. We really don't care. If you'd have took a video of him eating, okay. And, you know, like if he said he was on a diet and you saw him at Kentucky Fried Chicken, or KFC now, you can't say it. But then you have something. But other than that, I'm sorry, babe. You know, we know he had sex with you. That's all.
Hey, look, Mark, I'm glad you kept that clean.
And she done got banned from Twitter.
Look,
I didn't even know that. That's funny.
look, no.
Hey, look, it's really not working out well for you, young lady.
I want to welcome Why Not Me? And look, we got Vincent D. Webb, the host
That's
of
the
his
guy.
own show.
He's the one that hosted Sports Talk. Vincent D.
Hey, why not me?
Street Talk.
Why not me sound like a name for the girl that's tweeting on Zion? Why not me?
Right.
No.
Well, look, those tweets were sure saying, why not me? Hey, fellas, let's get it going. He's lean. He's mean. He's ready to be a throwing machine. Vance, what's Russell Wilson going to do for the Broncos this year?
Nothing.
Make another exercise video.
Stay married to Sierra. Try to keep Sierra. No, you know what though? Russell might surprise y'all this year. He got a good team around him. If he can get along with the coach, with Peyton, he can get along with him. He might surprise you, but nah, I'm not looking too much out of Russell. I think Russell ready for Hollywood. So, you know, like LeBron.
So, Jeremiah, absent the ignorance, let's go and see how do you feel the Broncos are going to do this year with Sean Payton as the head coach?
I think Sean Payton will have a plan. They won't be so discombobulated like they was with the coach from last year, Vangio. I think they'll be more in sync. They'll be more disciplined. He already came in and took away Russell Wilson's toys, so he already shows some discipline and respect, which we all know they do certain things, but then they also give a little bit back. So, but I think the Denver they'll be a whole lot better. They'll be a better force in that conference this year than they was last year.
Mark, what I'm afraid of is this. Russell Wilson's had only 1 year to where it looked like he didn't know what he was doing, but he had one of the top 4 worst offensive lines in the league. He was under pressure and duress all season long, but yet people have neglected the work that he's done in the past and want to make that year who defined Russell Wilson. Who's going to get the credit for Russ turning around? Sean Payton or Russ?
Sean is going to get the credit for it. He's been known to coach quarterbacks. He had Drew Brees and whatnot. Russell Wilson is getting criticized because he's fake as a $3 bill. Okay? And he comes off so inauthentic. And he's probably a nice guy. I'm not here to despair, but he look as I mean, between Marshawn Lynch, the way he called him out, and then the funny thing was him. I think most people mad when he talked about how he was on the plane when they traveled overseas, and in the middle of the night he doing exercises on the plane while the guys are trying to sleep. And I'm pretty sure one of them linemen probably grabbed you and said, "Look here, man. If you don't sit your little ass down so I can get some sleep." You think I wasn't protecting you earlier? Watch what happened. Watch what happened to Mark.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be the question of the evening. It is the question that I know Vance has been waiting for all evening long. Vance, NFL.com says that Dak Prescott is a dark horse for the MVP this year. Do you agree or disagree?
Okay, so when you ask such idiot questions, how come
He's
you
either a
don't
dark horse
say
or
that?
he's not. He's either a dark horse or he's not. So tell me which one
Yeah,
is.
he's about as dark as he's about as dark as midnight. He's about as dark as midnight trying
Fair enough. We say
for
the dark
Dak
horse. So
Prescott
yeah.
to get the MVP. How
There you
about
go.
that, Mark? How about
There you
that?
go.
Okay.
I'll go with that for you. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably want to fight.
Look,
He sound angry. He sound angry, Jeremiah.
Angry.
The thought of it hurt his belly.
Yeah, the product. I'm like just like what I said. When y'all come up with some idiotic questions, y'all sit there and say, "Oh, well,
there's nothing idiotic about that.
Yeah, it is. Prescott, Dak Prescott being the MVP. Come on, Phil. Come on, man. That's why you put dark horse on it.
First, you have to understand what dark horse means, I guess.
What's it mean, Phil?
Exactly.
What's it mean?
So,
what's it mean, Phil?
I'm going to tell you like my mama told me. Go get you one of them books and look it up.
Well, I told you.
Hold on.
Hold on. His chance is about as dark as midnight. He ain't got no chance.
Vance made the statement. He said, "Phil, Dak win an MVP. That's crazy. That's why it's called the dark horse."
Don't help me, man.
And I said dark midnight. If you want the dark, I tried to give you dark.
Don't help him out. Vance needs to go look at it. Vance needs to go look it up. So anyway,
when I said he's either a dark horse or he's not.
Hey,
so if you say he's not a dark horse, then he must be a favorite.
No, I said he's about as dark as midnight.
We're going to take another station break, and we're going to come back with what we know. Vance doesn't know that much, but he does know what he knows.
Tune in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. It's Sports Talk. I tell you what, as you're right, Phil. I don't know, Mike, maybe not as much as you, but what I do know, this is what I do know. Man, y'all can PGA, professional golf, you guys can kick rocks, man. It took a brother to bring the sports out of the cemetery, out of the burial hole. It took a brother. And then when all your boys start running over there to the live golf, getting that money, you didn't know what to do. So instead of bringing, and out of all these years, it's been Tiger Woods. And so out of all these years, Tiger, there's nobody come behind you. You gonna tell me there's not one other brother? We changed golf. We changed golf because if it wasn't for Tiger, they wouldn't be making the money they're making. So instead of y'all running there and then merging with them, wanting to merge with them, you could have did something like that, man. Elevate some bros. They'll put some color in the game because we tired of them spoiled white boys, millionaire white boys. They don't track nobody. They don't draw nobody. So PGA, y'all can kick rocks. Man, until y'all, I tell you, the brothers have changed the game. Well, I tell you, they'll have people watching. I'm out. You can have it, Phil. That's what I do know. Put some brothers in the game. Elevate some brothers.
Yeah. Hey, look. But here's the theory. If we get brothers all in the game, right, then it won't be an anomaly anymore. They are gonna watch.
Well, one question: are they going off? Are they going to use the live rules or the PGA rules? Because the rules.
It's PGA. Not, they're going to take that team concept stuff away.
Because the but the live rules is different from the PGA rules.
And that's why I said they'll be doing PGA rules.
Oh, then it's going back to being boring again.
Exactly, man. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying.
Money made. Anyway,
damn the PGA.
It's disagreement. I want to thank Why Not Me for showing up, Vincent D. Webb, Hi Sideria, for Vance, Jeremiah, and Mark, who had to try and go and catch one of Zion's people. We're up.
All right, fellas. Peace out.
Hey.
All right, next week.
Tell me what's the vibe.
I can tell your love is so unreal to me.